Hey guys, my name is Hopkins Slangler and I'm a qualified sports therapist and I'm currently studying my master's in physiotherapy. And for today's video, we're going to be looking into how to fix an MCL sprain. And before we get into it, please make sure to like, subscribe, share this video to all your friends and family, and also follow me on both TikTok and Instagram. This is where I post a lot more content over there, weekly content, and also easier ways for you to contact me. You can just shoot me a DM or in the comments below. All right, let's get into the video. Now, what is the MCL? The MCL is the medial collateral ligament, and this is a ligament found in the knee, and this connects your femur to your shin bone and prevents your knee from moving side to side. Now, how does someone injure their MCL and who's most likely to sustain this injury? There are multiple ways to injure your MCL, but there are three most common ones in sports. So one, jumping and landing awkwardly can lead to a lot of force to your MCL, therefore tearing it. Another way to injure your MCL is by trying to change direction. So you're running and trying to cut, so planting your foot and changing direction can lead to the tearing of your MCL. And the third can be through contact. So someone falling on your knee and pushing your knee, therefore potentially stretching your MCL and therefore tearing it. I'm going to show you guys two MCL sprains in the NBA. So the first we're going to go through is Stephen Curry. So as you can see, he's running down the court, he's trying to defend the offensive player, but then he slips on the court and you can see that his knee caves in. And we're just going to take a closer look at the injury. So as you can see, he slips on the court and you can see his knee cave in, but it looks like his knee's folding in. And remember what I stated earlier, the MCL sprain prevents your knee from moving side to side. Stephen Curry's knee looked like he was about to fold inwards. And you could tell that as it was falling inwards, his knee, his MCL ligament, so the MCL was lengthening, so it was stretching, therefore tearing, and which led to him hurting and spraining his MCL ligament. So that was Stephen Curry. Now we're gonna look at Anthony Davis. Next, we're looking at Anthony Davis's MCL sprain. So this happened in game, and what happened was the player fell back and fell onto Anthony Davis's knee. And as you can see, as he fell onto his knee, he pushed his knee inwards, hence led to the MCL to get sprained. Both of these clips I've showed you are very common ways to injure your MCL in basketball. And also, this video also shows a very common way of a lot of players injuring their knee in basketball, just someone falling to their knee, therefore leading to potentially hyperextension, potentially MCL or LCL sprain, or to the extent of ACL, but ACL won't be as common as this. After sustaining an MCL sprain, you will experience the following symptoms. You might have heard of potentially a popping sensation when it's happened. There'll be a lot of pain and tenderness along your knee. There will also be some swelling surrounding about your knee, especially towards the medial aspects of the inside of your knee. You might also feel like your knee's about to give way. And finally, the last symptom, you might feel that your knee's about to lock. So it'll be stuck in position, so you won't be able to extend your knee. So these are the most common symptoms you might experience with an MCL sprain. So whenever you sustain an injury, there are different grades to it. Grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. The higher the grade, the more severe. So grade 1 is when there's slight small tears into the tissue. Grade 2 is when there's potentially around 40 to 50% of a tear in the tissue. And grade 3 is a complete rupture of the tissue stroke ligament. Now, depending on the grade will depend how long you're out for. So for example, with a grade 1 injury, you'll be out between 2 to 4 weeks if you follow your rehab correctly. With grade 2, you're looking at a minimum of 6 weeks to 3 months in terms of you being out of sports. And finally, grade 3 is when there's a complete rupture or tear in the muscle or ligament, and this is going to require surgery depending on which ligament it is. But in this context, for the MCL, you will need surgery to continue playing sport. However, I will say there are some athletes who do not have an ACL, who do not have an MCL, but their muscles are so strong that it's able to do the job of the ligaments. So making sure that the joint stays in place. Their muscles, so their quads and hamstrings are so strong that they're able to keep the knee stable. Now, after you've injured yourself, it is advised for you to go to get an x-ray as soon as possible. Reason being, making sure that we're clearing out any fractures or breaks in your knee. And also, I also suggest you to go see a sports therapist or physio if you have the money, just so that you're able to actually get a proper full assessment to actually confirm whether this is an MCL sprain. Because it could be your meniscus, it could be an ACL, it could be an LCL, or it could be something else. So it's very, very, very important to go see a specialist to get that done. Now, let's talk about treatment. As you can see, you guys use the RICE method for the first 2 days. So rest, ice, compression, elevate. So rest, so literally no weight bearing, nothing, just keeping your foot elevated and using ice and compressing it. The ice will help to reduce the pain and the compression will help to reduce the swelling. So this is going to be able to help you just to assist in terms of the tissue healing process. So letting your body just do its work to naturally heal it. It's able to, clean up all the debris and also start creating new tissues. So that's what I recommend for the first 2 days. And now we're gonna get into the exercises. So for the first exercise, we have a sliding knee flexion. So get onto the ground to your back and start to slide your knee backwards. And depending on how much swelling you have, it might not allow you to go all the way back, but go to where you can. If there's pain, again, go to where you can and then bring it back. I recommend you do 3 sets and 10 reps of this exercise on both legs. So for the next exercise, we're going to be working on our adductors. We're going to be doing adductor raises. I'm going to want you to bring your leg across your body just like so, and start to raise your leg up and down. And you're going to feel quite a lot of tension at your adductors. And this is what we want to do. We want to work towards those muscles. I recommend you do 3 sets and 10 reps of this exercise, and make sure to switch sides. So for the next exercise, we're going to be doing isometric quadricep contractions. So I'm going to need you to get something underneath your knee, so like a pillow, a ball, or a book, any sort of object. And as you contract your quadricep, you're going to see that your heel raises off the floor. And as it raises off the floor, I want you to hold that position for 3 seconds. We're going to be working on your quad strength. So I recommend you do 3 sets, 10 reps of exercise, and hold the movement for 3 seconds. For the next exercise, we're going to be doing glute bridges. This is going to work onto our hamstrings and also our glutes. So get onto the ground and start to push up through your hips, and make sure to contract your glutes when you get to the top of the movement, and then come back down. As you come back down, don't touch the floor, get as close to the ground as possible, and then come straight back up. I recommend you do 3 sets and 10 reps of this exercise. And again guys, go to where you can. If you can't do 10 reps, try and aim for 8. If you can do 10, aim for 12. Next, we're going to be performing lunges. So we take 1 step forward and start to lunge down, and repeat that movement going up and down, and you should feel it in your quads and hamstrings. So that's it. You should perform 3 sets and 10 reps of this exercise, and then switch. Next, we're going to be performing a single leg balance exercise. Stand on 1 leg and hold it for 30 seconds. The benefit of this is going to help to work on our balance, but also our proprioception. Whenever you injure your ankle, knee, or hip, it is very crucial to work on your balance and proprioception, so it's able to regain its strength and the ability to stabilize itself whenever you're moving around in space. So like I said, 30 seconds, and then perform 3 sets of exercise on each leg. So once you get used to performing a single leg balance exercise on the floor, try and perform it on an unstable surface. So for example, you can use a pillow. I'm using a wobble board in this video. So if you got one at your gym or a Bosu ball, use that. This will make the exercise a lot harder, but it's going to force your muscles to contract a lot more evenly and help you balance, and also help you improve your proprioception. And again, I said you perform this for 30 seconds and perform it for 3 reps on both legs. And that is how you fix an MCL sprain. Now guys, please make sure take your time with it. Don't rush it, go to where you can. So if you can just do X amount of reps, do those X amount of reps. But once you get better at it, increase the reps. Also, I will say this, if you do this plan for a few weeks, let's say 3 months, and it's still not better, then go to your GP, go to the doctors and see, because it might potentially be a grade 3 and you might potentially need surgery. Please make sure go to see a sports therapist, a physio, just to get everything cleared. And that's about it really. Please make sure to like, subscribe, share this video to all your friends and family, and also have a lovely day.